You wake up. The bed is warm. The room is quiet. You check your phone. No disasters. You run through your mental checklist. Health is okay. Work is stable. Relationships are intact. Nothing is wrong. And yet, there it is. A weight. A tightness in your chest. A vague sense that something terrible is about to happen, or perhaps already is happening, just beneath the surface of this perfectly normal morning. You spend the day waiting for the other shoe to drop. You scan your environment for threats. You feel restless, irritable, like your skin fits wrong. And the worst part? You can't justify it. There's no reason. You're fine. You're supposed to be happy. Instead, you're bracing for impact. This is the strange anxiety of being fine for no reason. And today, we're going to understand why your brain turns peace into a threat, and what that says about the nervous system you've been carrying since childhood.
Let's sit with the experience for a moment. You're at dinner with friends you genuinely like. The food is good. The conversation flows. And in the middle of a laugh, you feel it. A sudden detachment, as if you're watching yourself from outside your body. You think, I should be enjoying this. What's wrong with me? Or maybe it's Sunday afternoon. No obligations, nothing pressing. You try to relax, but relaxation feels dangerous. Like if you let your guard down, something will collapse. So you find something to worry about. You manufacture a problem just to feel normal again. This isn't sadness. Sadness has a shape. You can point to it. This is different. This is a low-grade hum of dread that lives in the background of otherwise good days. You might have a name for yourself because of it. You might call yourself broken, ungrateful, too sensitive. You might tell yourself that if you just had more success, more love, more security, the feeling would finally shut up.
But here's the painful irony. The feeling often gets louder the more stable your life becomes. Why? Because your nervous system doesn't speak the language of logic. It speaks the language of survival. And survival doesn't care that your life is good right now. Survival cares about one thing only: pattern recognition. Here's the reframe, and it matters. You are not broken. You are not ungrateful. You are not fundamentally flawed. This strange anxiety is not a defect. It is a relic, an adaptation that once kept you safe, now running on autopilot. Think of it like this. Your nervous system is an internal security guard. Years ago, maybe in childhood, maybe during a difficult period in your life, something happened. Something inconsistent, unpredictable, painful. And that security guard learned a crucial lesson. Safety is temporary. Calm is the pause before the storm. So the guard never clocks out. It stays hypervigilant, scanning, waiting, because its job is to protect you, and the only way it knows how is to assume danger is imminent. Now, years later, your life has changed. The storm didn't come, or it came and went, and you survived. But the security guard is still there, still watching, still waiting. And when nothing is wrong, it panics. Because in its world, nothing wrong means I'm missing something. This is the core mechanism, a nervous system that learned to equate peace with threat, because in the past, peace was always followed by pain. Let's look at what's actually happening inside your brain. There's a region called the default mode network, or DMN. This is the part of your brain that activates when you're not focused on anything specific, when you're resting, daydreaming, doing nothing. The DMN is your brain's background processor. It runs through your life story, your identity, your worries about the future, your regrets about the past.
In most people, the DMN is mildly active during rest, but in people with this strange background anxiety, the DMN is overactive. It's constantly scanning for threats, constructing worst-case scenarios, looking for meaning in silence. Here's the neuroscience. Your brain craves coherence. It wants the external world to match your internal expectations. If you grew up in chaos, your brain built a model of the world that says, life is unpredictable, people are unreliable, safety is conditional. Now, when your external world becomes calm and predictable, your internal model screams, error. This doesn't compute. The mismatch creates anxiety.
Your brain would rather have negative certainty than positive uncertainty. It would rather know the bad thing is coming than sit in this strange limbo of not knowing. This is why peace can feel more exhausting than crisis. Crisis has a script. Peace is improv.
One metaphor. Imagine your nervous system is a radio. For years, it's been tuned to a static channel, loud, chaotic, but familiar. Now, suddenly, the static stops. Silence. And instead of feeling relief, you feel disoriented. You keep checking if the radio is broken. You miss the static because at least the static was something. This is the hidden cost of healing. The silence can feel like a void. So what do you do when the silence feels like a threat? How do you teach your nervous system that peace is not a trap? The answer isn't to think positive. It's not to force gratitude. It's to retrain the deeper layers of your brain, the layers that don't respond to logic, only to experience. Here are 3 psychologically grounded steps to calm the strange anxiety of being fine. Step 1. Name the pattern without shame. The moment you feel that vague dread rising, pause. Say to yourself, out loud or silently, "This is my nervous system doing its old job. This is not a sign of danger. This is a sign of history." Why does this work in the brain? Because labeling an emotion dampens the amygdala's response. A study from UCLA showed that putting feelings into words reduces activity in the emotional centers of the brain and increases activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part that helps you regulate. Example, you're sitting on the couch, nothing wrong, but your chest is tight. Instead of spiraling into, "Why do I feel this way? Something must be wrong," you simply note, there's the old security guard, still scanning, still working. This small act of separation creates space between you and the sensation. Step 2. Teach the body, not just the mind. Anxiety lives in the body. You can't think your way out of a body-based state, so you have to go somatic. The tool here is grounding through the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs from your brainstem to your abdomen, and it's the primary highway for your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. When you feel that fine but terrible sensation, your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, is lightly activated. To counter it, you need to signal safety to the body. What to do? Place one hand on your chest, one on your stomach. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. The long exhale is key. It physically slows the heart rate.
Why it works. This activates the ventral vagal pathway, which is the social engagement and calm state. You're essentially massaging your nervous system from the inside, telling it, "We are safe. We are not running. We are here." Real life example. You're at a social gathering. Everything is fine, but you feel that dissociative dread rising. Excuse yourself to the bathroom for 60 seconds. Do the breath. Feel the counter-pressure of your hands. Remind your body that you are in a room with people who like you, not predators. Step 3. Redefine safety as presence, not certainty. Your old brain wants certainty. It wants to know the future. It wants guarantees. But guarantees don't exist, so the seeking never ends. The psychological shift here is moving from external safety to internal capacity. Safety isn't the absence of threat. It's the confidence that you can handle whatever arises. This is rooted in self-efficacy theory, developed by psychologist Albert Bandura. When you build evidence that you can cope with discomfort, your brain stops treating uncertainty as a threat. What to do? Deliberately expose yourself to small doses of being fine without fixing it. Sit on the couch and feel the dread and do nothing. Let it be there. Don't distract. Don't scroll. Don't eat. Just sit. Why it works? You're teaching your brain that the feeling is not an emergency. It's just a sensation, and sensations pass. Every time you survive the discomfort without reacting, your amygdala updates its threat database. It learns, this feeling doesn't kill us. We don't need to sound the alarm. Example, Sunday afternoon, that vague unease arrives. Instead of picking a fight with your partner or diving into work to escape it, you simply acknowledge it. You make tea, you sit, you notice it, and 20 minutes later, it softens. You've just given your brain proof that peace is survivable. Let's tie this together into one image you can carry with you. Imagine your nervous system is a rope. For years, that rope was braided with vigilance, chaos, and survival. It kept you alive. It held. Now you're adding new strands, stillness, safety, presence.
But the old strands are still there. They don't disappear. They just become part of a thicker, more complex rope. The strange anxiety of being fine is not a sign that you're failing at peace. It's a sign that you're integrating two realities, the past that trained you and the present that's asking you to trust. Visual, rope fully braided, strong, resting on a wooden surface. You don't need to cut the old strands. You just need to stop letting them steer.
So here's what we've uncovered. That weight you feel on a good day, that dread that has no name, it's not a prophecy. It's a memory. Your body remembering a time when peace meant danger. Your brain scanning for storms that have already passed. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to fight it. You just need to meet it with enough presence to show it the truth. We are fine. And fine is not a trap. Fine is just fine. The security guard may never fully retire, but over time, with enough small moments of sitting in the quiet, with enough breaths that say we are safe, the guard softens. It starts to trust you. It starts to believe that maybe, just maybe, the storm isn't coming. And one morning, you'll wake up, and the weight will be lighter. Not gone, just lighter. And you'll realize, that's enough. That's the work. That's the quiet victory of teaching an old nervous system a new truth. Peace is not the pause before the storm. Peace is the storm finally learning to pass.